Well, hello everyone. Wanted to show you an equation editor that you can use right within our Google Apps for Education accounts. So using our school Google accounts, you'll be able to use something called gMath. And these equations that you see right here in this Google Doc, I was able to make with this gMath equation editor. So it works pretty well. So I want to show you a quick preview of it here. So let's say I'm going to skip down. I want to add an equation in. And what I'm going to see is when I go into my Google account and I go into a Google Doc, I'm going to see the spot here called add-ons. And when I click on add-ons, I'll see this gMath. The first time you go and click on that, you'll get a screen that asks for permissions. The gMath can check out your Google account, know who you are, all that kind of stuff. Just agree to it. Just say OK. And then once it goes in, the part I'm going to select is Create Math Expressions. So I'll have this sidebar that pops up, okay, and this is really my editor for those equations. Okay, so one of the things that I can do, the easiest one that I've found the most useful, is clicking right here at this handwriting recognition. And what I'll then do is use my mouse to write out my equation. So let's say I want something like 1/4 x plus square root of 7 equals 3y. Now I'll get a preview of it down here, and then I've got some choices. This one here would add the handwriting directly into my doc. It's going to leave it looking like that. That's really not what I want. And so what I'm going to do is say that I'm going to send this LA text to create expressions. So I'm going to go do that. That's going to bring it over here to this area, and the reason I want to do that is I can see a preview of what the equation is going to look like. All right? And one of the things you can see is that it has that as y over 4x, and that is not what I wanted. I'm going to go up here and edit that, and I'm going to backspace and change it to 1 over 4. And then you can see I get my adjustment right there. So when I know that this is matched up and it's ready to go, I click on Insert, and that's going to go ahead and insert in that equation. Now the one thing is, once that's inserted in the doc itself, this is basically like a picture. So I cannot click and backspace and try to edit the square root of 7. Any editing I want to do, I've got to do over here in this box. Okay, but it does a pretty nice job of getting stuff in there. Now there's some other tools here as well. There's a speech to math function. This doesn't always work quite as well. It tended to make a lot more mistakes, but kind of for some simpler things. X plus 2y equals negative 27. I click on the microphone symbol to stop it. Here's what I had there. Here's the preview. If there's anything incorrect, like maybe instead of 2y, what I wanted to say was 22y, I can change it there, get it to change here, click Insert, and get that to appear into my document. If I wanted to resize it, anything like that, I can click on it to resize it, that type of thing. You can also change the image size before you even go and insert it in. Okay, so again, this is gMath. You're going to see this when you use your Google Docs on your computer. It does not show, this add-ons part does not show up on the iPad itself. Okay, so to create this stuff for your students, you're going to use your Chrome browser on the computer, and under add-ons within the Google Docs, you'll see that gMath. There's some other things you can do as well. They have this spot here where you can create a graph. You get a different interface here on the side. You could enter in the function that you want, and then when you have what you want, you click Insert in Doc, and you'll see here on my sample how it shows up onto there. Now I kind of resize. I got in the way of my other stuff, so I'm going to scoot it down underneath my equations. Okay, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what that graph's showing. I didn't do very well with my advanced math courses. Okay, so there's some other functionality that you're going to have in there. Again, for you to create this stuff, you're going to have to use the Chrome browser on your computer. The students will be able to view this on their iPad. Checked it out. It'll open up in Google Docs and the Google Docs app for them, and they'll be able to see those equations. All right, so pretty nifty little equation editor that you'll have access to within our Google Apps for Education accounts. Thanks for checking it out.